Shenanigans.
What is up, Ham Radio? Kilo Echo 8, Papa Zoo November, the Ham Radio Adventure Guy. Thanks for stopping by. Your one stop for everything Adventure Radio. It is Sunday. That means it's time for some shenanigans.
Shenanigans.
Shenanigan. And you know what? I heard new music.
Mm,
And normally that means there's a new Patreon.
I
But
got a point.
tonight, it means there's an upgrade. Welcome, Kilo Oscar 4 Fart Sniffing Zebra to the King's Court. He'll be getting his own channel in Discord now and and getting in a lot more trouble with us, I'm sure.
Yes.
But shout out to Chris for his new upgrade, and shout out to Chris for an off-stream donation as well, and in the buy me slices of pizza. And shout out to each and every one of the Patreons. You guys are awesome, as well as each and every one of the YouTube members. I'm still working on a couple of new things for you guys. I've been super busy and have not got it done yet, but I am working diligently. I do not have a new Adventure Club list with me because I am out and about. As you can tell, I'm in a camper right now. Been camping out, hanging out with the
Huh.
family and stuff like that.
I thought that was your
Yeah.
green screen.
Oh, you thought that was a green screen?
Yeah.
I wish it was my life screen.
Right.
You know, I wish I had the camper life like Steven. But you know, and speaking of Steven, this boy making me work. I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
I went out, did the late shift for everybody, just so you know, mom's in from Florida, got to get that all taken care of, and I do the late shift for him, and he's out on the gig, of course. So then early morning, do it again. He's in church. I'm like, Steven, you're killing me here. So had to take care of him a little bit ago before the stream. So we got him carried up, and he's still in the challenge as well as everybody else. So shout out to him for making me do extra work, keeping me on my toes.
I wonder what would happen if he's in church and it's going to be your only activation that day. Does he, dip out of church real fast? And what would the Lord think of that?
Well, I mean,
A valid question.
I'm sure. It's kind of like Wednesday night when he is out activating during the stream. He pays his taxes. So I'm sure if he paid his tithes in the church,
Yeah, I was
the
about to
Lord
say
would understand him going and hunting the king for sure.
he has to tithe a little more. Yeah, I understand. Hello, everybody in the chat. Good to see everybody. Toby, always good to see you. Kilo 8 Golf Hotel, Terry. Oh, Tata, November Lover. The PP Man, Bang Bang, the Duke of Alabama. Good to see you. Martini, good to see you. Happy Sunday.
Listen, it ain't gonna be long. I heard you mention a PP Man. It ain't gonna be long. We're gonna start visiting him in a crazy home because I'm telling you,
We already
this
do,
man,
really.
this man has a one-track mind now, and it's all centered around that pole that he got.
That's right. He's
And
infatuated by the pole.
he is absolutely obsessed with it. Hey, thank you very much for the super chat, Stephen, and you're welcome. But he's obsessed with this pole. I'm telling you.
He is. Sandy, good to see you. Andy Cowley, always here. Appreciate it. Tracy, RVR, good to see y'all. Yeah, he is. He's infatuated by the pole. That's for sure.
he messaged me. He called me. He's like, dude, how come you didn't tell me that if I did a YouTube short, I was supposed to do my camera up and down instead of side to side? I was like, you didn't ask. You're not a YouTuber. Why would I just randomly just go around telling you this? So
Kilo Echo 4 Eastern Standard Time.
Hey, thank you very much for the super chat, Mike, and the super sticker, PP Man.
Nice. He's paying for them spikes. I think he wants one.
I don't. I think he's got enough of them. He's actually so with the spikes. they're actually officially going on sale this week.
Excellent.
So Mike actually helped me with some of that. He's got me some of the stuff coming to me that I needed to get some of the orders out for those spikes. And there'll be a lot of people happy this week because they'll be going out in the mail this week.
There you go, guys. Heard it here first. Spikes this week.
You know, he asked me, he's like, how do I refer people to you? I was like, right now, just give him my email. Just give him my email.
I just give him your cell phone number. Is that okay?
No, let's not do that. We have enough of that problem.
Your phone will be blowing up. Where's my spike? You'll have people from Mingo County calling you.
Hello, James's mother.
That's right.
He sees you in the background.
Hey, Mom.
Hey.
Hey.
Oh.
Oh, by the way, Mom, PP Man's doing fine.
He's lost his mind, but
Yeah,
oh no. Mom in the background is screaming, Mom in the chat at the same time. This ain't
yeah, I tell you what.
Weird phenomenon going on.
Yeah.
What's up, Kyle? Good to see you, buddy.
And
yeah. This is my new Poda RV, Kyle.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, somebody came up with the numbers to your credit card, and you are now my top donator, Kyle. Thank you very much for this luxurious camper that you bought.
And congratulations, Kyle. You get 2 drawings in the next Adventure Club.
That's right. You'll get 2 in the next Adventure Club for buying me this camper.
That's right.
Everybody should thank Kyle for the new camper.
Tata wants to know what's for dinner.
Dinner tonight's actually going to be good. It's going to be homemade Philly and cheese steaks.
Oh, very nice.
New York strip slice for the Philly part.
I had. Let me send a picture and then we'll get back to mine because I'm gonna start a riot here in just a second. Oh, where is it? I posted in my channel, and nobody has disagreed with me yet, which is a good thing. But if anyone cooks a steak more than this, then me and you can't be friends. That's a good steak.
That's right.
I'm your Huckleberry.
I mean, no more.
That's how you're supposed to cook right there.
Absolutely, and I totally agree with you. But there's some people who cook them to like you can bounce it. I don't understand. It's like shoe leather. Buzz buttered steaks, Terry. I basted mine in butter and a little bit of basil. Not basil. Oregano and thyme. Actually, I didn't have any basil. Tata says it looks a little overdone. You know, it might actually. You're right. Brown is not down. Very good, Larry. We burn ours in the UK. I've heard that. Yeah. I like a nice charred exterior, though. Don't get me wrong. If it's nice and seared on the outside and still nice and warm and pink on the inside. Shenanigans.
I see Larry in the chat, and we were just fussing about you, Larry, a bit ago. Well, Dan wasn't fussing. Dan was listening. You know, I try to get you a park you need, and you didn't even come out and hunt me, man. But that just hurts.
What you been up to today? You get any good parks in?
Just give me 1 second. This air conditioner is running because they keep opening and shutting the door, and I'll be able to hear you a little bit better.
Hey, at least you're comfortable and cool, right? You don't need no stinking air conditioner. You're in West Virginia.
Oh, you did not need that one, Larry? You're gonna have to resend me your. You're gonna have to resend me your list because I could have swore that one was on the list you sent me.
Braising in water. Is that called like a what's that called? A sous vide? Is that French, kind of like in its own juices? I'm not very. I'm kind of rusty on my French. I think it's called sous vide or something like that. Yeah. Don't like braised beef. Interesting.
PP meant he
Yeah.
saw it move, but that's how it should. That's how it should be.
The bands have been. Are they any better? You think?
I don't think they've been that bad. Myself, they haven't been near as bad as they have been lately, but they haven't been what they used to be. They used to be it was easy to go out and get hey Red, it was easy to go out and get 150, in 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And now, you go out in 30 minutes and you get 50 or so. But here, the last few weeks, it was worse than that. So I'm not going to complain. They're getting better again. So
I got a couple of people on 20 today, in between my errands that I was running, and but 40 meters. I tried to listen for some people on 40 in the afternoon, and no, that ain't happening.
it's
The higher bands were pretty good. I got Barbados on 10 meters, out west a lot on 15 meters. So it was the higher bands were working fairly well.
well, they wasn't working very well at 2:30 in the morning.
What are you doing at 2:30 in the morning?
Duh, running FTA. What else would I be doing at 2:30 in the morning?
I thought you were trying to get back on your, up early schedule.
Well, when you spend all day with the family and stuff, you still have work and stuff to do. And if you're doing work, why not be calling CQ Lewis and Clark Special Event Station
Oh, yeah.
on FTA while you're doing work?
You have to wind down after a hard day of driving on sidewalks. Yeah.
At least I was calling on FTA with the club call. That's a good thing. Oh,
Chris said he got 13 in 30 minutes. Wow.
13 and 30 minutes. That's a little rough.
That's rough.
But there's still days. There's still days like that where it keeps going bad like that. But it's up and down. It's up and down.
Now, PP Man said the last couple of days he's done very well.
PP Man says he did good the last 3 days. I pretty much have too. Any of the activations that I've done has been, easy. But I'm still the same. The problem is I'm still the same way because I got that ADHD. If they stop calling, I'm about done with this.
Yeah.
And I will say that I haven't looked at the main numbers as far as activations and parks and all of that stuff, but I do know the QSO numbers, and they're extremely low. You can really tell it was a bad month in May for QSOs. Actually, they're probably the lowest month I have ever had, including when I started.
Yeah, the bands have been really rough.
The activations are up. I'm sure. I ain't looked at those numbers, but I'm sure they're up.
Yeah, I got PP Man this morning on 40 meters about 9:30 or so. The only antenna I got at the house right now is my Eagle One, and I have it. The military mast pole that comes attached to the Eagle One.
Mhm.
I have one more of those, so I basically shoved it into another one because they're stackable.
Right.
And so I have it one pole length above the ground, got it bungee corded to the side of a metal structure that used to have an awning over it.
So
And-
wait. So you have one pole
oh
and then
yeah,
another pole. So you totally extended your antenna and you beasted it up there, didn't you?
sort of, and I have it bungee corded here. Hold on, I got this is great actually. I have it bungee corded to the side of my here. Let me get a. Yeah, you can see it a little bit. I got another picture here, and there. so it's bungee corded just to keep it from falling over, so it's not carrying any weight. So all the weight is actually on the pole that's attached to the ground. And what's funny is you see my ground strap going up to the frame of this awning thing. Apparently, this makes a really good counterpoise because the whole thing's metal and it's huge. So yeah, I'm pretty impressed with it.
Kyle said I might go to POTA jail for low QSO count.
Yeah, you might.
That would probably start a war because, if someone sent guards to come pick up the king, of course the king's guard's going to be there to defend him. So that would be pretty bad.
Do you get
But
like now if you go to jail, do you get like a day worker's pass or something so you can go out and activate and then come back and check back in for the night or what?
yeah, like here's the thing: if I ever went to like real jail, they would put me out on work release every day to pick up trash,
Yeah.
and I would be running a KH1 with an antenna while I'm picking up trash doing CW.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh,
Uh, oh,
speaking of starting wars,
got shenanigans.
I will tell you what. I'm not going to say the call signs that I have written down, but I do have their call signs,
Here we go.
and I'm going to say, you bunch of lids really need to get a life. I get on frequency, asked if it was in use multiple times. Nothing there. So I get 10, 15 QSOs in. They start interfering. They start interfering.
I'm waiting for my buddy Billy Bob. We always have a QSO here.
What evidently the first couple ones that were interfering, that I couldn't even understand what they were saying because I'm in full pilot mode, and then one gets in and he throws his call sign out like he should, and I call his call sign back, but he doesn't try to respond. He just starts to quarrel, and I think it's one of these other guys. So I called the call sign back again, and he doesn't respond properly. He just quarreling. And I went, all right, here's that. Then he calls his call sign back out again, and I again call him out. And, so I'm trying every way in the world to work this guy. And if he would have responded properly, he could have told me his story. But instead, he waited till I went QRT. And of course, when I go on QRT, I'm fixing my log, and I hear one of the hunters say, if you would have responded to him and asked him, said he would have moved for you. And then he said, I did. I threw out my call sign, blah, 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 blah. And he threw it out. And I come right back right then. I said, excuse me, I came back to you 4 or 5 times and you refused to come back to me. I said, don't be going saying that I interfered with your QSO with your buddy Bill on the other frequency. I was like, because I'll tell you what, nobody heard you over there. Evidently, y'all didn't hear me ask if the frequency was in use. And he just on and on and on. I said, look, all you had to do was be nice. I would have moved. It's that simple. Just be nice to people.
Don't
I
they
would have
know?
moved.
Don't they know that the king and his court are allotted 4 KCs instead of 3?
Well, evidently, he said they were 1 up from him.
Uh,
If they were 1 up, they must have been running some PP power because they wasn't interfering none when they were up there. They didn't hear us calling. Is this frequency in use? And they wouldn't respond back to calls. But here's the thing, okay? If me and Dan is having a QSO on a frequency and a contest or a net or a POTA station goes one down and starts calling from us and we didn't hear him say, is this frequency in use? Me and Dan would probably have enough common sense to just move ourselves instead of go ask a whole group of people to move.
Right.
We just move ourselves. We could go up 7 and continue our conversation about how, the doctor on 5th Street has bigger fingers than the doctor on 4th Street, so don't go to him for your colonoscopy.
Yeah, it's like
We
sometimes
have
it's
enough sense to do that. But if you did want to come down and throw out your call sign and say, hey, we're talking about our doctor's fingers over here, one up, can you move? I would have moved for you. But don't be
sometimes
rude,
it's
guys.
easier to walk around the field full of cows rather than through it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And it was funny too, because one of them tried so hard to interfere with Charlie Golf Charlie.
Oh, wrong person.
And we all know how well that went for him, because I couldn't hear him, but I could hear Charlie Golf Charlie's response to him.
Because
And
Chris was sitting there all night.
Said, if you would shut up and let me have my QSO, I could go on about my business, and you can still quarrel away.
I could hear him saying that too. If you just hush your damn mouth, let me get my contact in, I'll be out of your hair.
But it never ceases to amaze me. I get it. You don't do POTA. You hate a POTA station. You still got to be nice. I don't contest, but if a contest moved next to me, first off, when a contest moves next to me, I'll be honest, I don't even go over there and tell them I was one down. If they've got more power than I do, I just move myself.
Right.
There's no use in doing it. But if I wanted to, I would go over and politely throw up my call sign and say, "Hey guys, I was over one down from you. Can you guys move?" But I don't even do that. I just move myself. If you can run over me, I'll move. It's not right. You're still rude, but I'll move. It's just common. Why do we find it necessarily, especially two guys just having a conversation? Why do you find it necessary to think that was your frequency anyway?
Because they're on there every night with their buddy Billy Bob at the same time for the last 37 years.
Well, you know what?
They've scheduled it with the FCC.
If the radio was as busy as it is now 37 years ago, you wouldn't have been on here this long, is all I can tell you.
Stonehenge on there.
Because it's a whole lot busier. They say ham radio's dying. It's not the case. Radio's definitely. I can remember my dad scrolling through the frequencies on a weekend night, and he'd get a station every 15 or 20, but that was it,
Yeah.
And that was on a good night, 15 or 20. Weekend night, like you go now, and they're every 1.5, 2. So no, ham radio is not dead, and I own this frequency stuff. That's just over with. You got to be polite and fair.
I think a lot of the OTAs, the OTA programs like POTA, SOTA, BOTA, Islands on the Air, Castles on the Air, all of the OTAs, I think they have a lot to do with the life on HF now. So it's good.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I wonder how these, I know how they react, but I wonder what they do on contest weekend.
I know what I do on a big contest weekend.
Because on contest weekend, all rules just go out the window. Them guys, they just literally every one to every half of one they take up and they use, and they just scream over top of the stations. So I wonder what these guys who just find it necessary to
They
talk about the same stuff that they talk to for the last 37 years on their frequency. I
they
wonder what
probably
they do on that.
they probably just call each other on the phone.
Or they actually go out on the porch
Yeah,
and yell at him over there on the other porch.
that's right. Let's run 1.5 kW to talk down a block. I think some of the Spanish speaking stations actually do that crap. It's crazy. I think they run legal limit to talk across the street sometimes.
I don't know. It is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, during busy contest weekends, if it's a huge contest like WPX or CQ Worldwide or something like that, I normally just stay off the radio because I know it's going to be a cluster anyway. Unless I want to work some of the contests. I mean, sometimes I'll just scroll the band and work contests, but it's a great time too if you're in the park, and if it's a really popular contest like CQ Worldwide or something like that, you can get activated real fast. I mean, you can get hundreds of contacts. Hello, Yard Hams. Yeah, megaphones on the air. That'd be a good one too. Yeah, I think all the Otis have revitalized ham radio. Because people got a reason to go out now, or a reason to sit at the house and hunt those people. So it's a good thing. Good thing.
So since I've already stepped on toes, I might as well step on some more. I told you several weeks back that if you pay attention to my thumbnails, they always mean something about the stream or my current mood or something like that. And if you noticed today, there was like a family in the background, either camping or hiking or something, and then the little adventure gear guy in there. And it was just my current mood because I see my mom every year in February when I go down there, but she don't come up here that often, and I don't get to spend the whole time with her. But I'm still obligated to do POTA every day. I'm still obligated to get PZN people every day. And in this current 2 weeks, I'm obligated to put in 60 hours of Lewis and Clark time in, and it kind of just set on me today. I've got all this stuff going, so I did a super late activation last night. I then get done, get back, get on my computer and start doing YouTube work and start calling FT8 Lewis and Clark Trail for that. I go out and activate this morning, still don't get everybody. Had to do another activation. And then it kills me because then you got people that tell me, well, I'd like to do more POTA, but I have obligations.
Right. Yeah.
I got more time. I got more things I got to do. It's you have all the time that you make for it, and no matter what you're doing, it's not just this ain't just about POTA. This is life in general. If you want to be the greatest train conductor in the world, you're not going to be a train conductor unless you put in time learning to do it.
You got to put in time on that choo-choo.
You got to put time in on the choo-choo. A73, George.
See you, bang bang.
He's been popping in right at the right time in my activations lately, right toward the very end as I'm getting ready to go and getting in. But there's I get everybody's busy, and for those of you who are saying POTA's not dying, I got a video coming out with this. It's definitely not dying. It's just a lot of the hunters and activators that you're used to hearing are not as frequent as they used to be.
Right.
But, with that being said, that's their choice. But I don't hear any of them saying, well, I just don't have the time for it right now because I got to do this or I got to do that. They just basically say, I burnt myself out a little bit, and that's fine. Don't make excuses for not doing something. You can make time. I promise you. So I'll just step on a few more fingers.
Why not? It's fun.
I like to do that.
It's fun. What's up, Rip? Oh, you're in the park from US 1271. What's going on, buddy?
Well, give us a frequency and we'll send you some hunters.
That's right. We'll even make them say a magic word if you want them to.
Remember, when Rip happens to be a Patreon, we'll definitely send you some hunters.
I don't think he's spotted right now. Which might be wise, because if he was, taxes.
He might be just watching the stream, and then I do that a lot of times. I'll be watching a stream, and then as soon as it's over, I'm like, all right, 73 times activate, and then spot.
Yeah, he's getting his camp set up right now. Oh, we will catch you tonight. All right, so here's a good question. November Lover. Eddie says, little case of the POTA burnout. BS is a task. I compliment the multi-year belly sprout activators. If anybody knows about POTA burnout, is Eddie.
But you know what? He didn't complain that he didn't have time for it.
That's right.
He just burned out, and then he had some family issues that come up as well. So
yeah.
I don't care if
why am I all of a sudden hearing myself echo?
I have no idea.
That was weird.
Might be in my end. I don't know. That's what happens when you stream from a camper on campground internet.
Terry says it's been wet there all day.
It's been, Stephen asked me, because I did get spotting out. There goes that internet I was just talking about. I should have kept my mouth. Am I frozen?
No, you're good.
Anyway, Stephen asked me, said, can you do a early late tonight after the stream? And that's the thing. I don't know. I told him, I said, I can try, but I don't know because it's surely because of the way the weather is. It's storming on and off here. So.
Yeah, he says it's been wet. Yeah, I think it's echoing off of James's speakers just all of a sudden. I can hear myself in the camper.
Don't know. Eddie, has Dan echoed the whole stream?
No, it just started.
That's weird because nothing's changed.
Yeah. Gremlins.
You hear a rattling?
I don't know. No rattling. No rattling.
Okay. I don't know. But the good news is you won't have to put up with Dan's echo much longer because we've only got about 23 minutes left in this stream.
So Terry says it sounds like I'm on a Cisco phone.
He says that I have a delay now. Michael says I have a delay now, and it must be internet issues.
Yeah, it might be.
Let's see.
I didn't hear Actually, I didn't hear the clap at all.
Really?
Yeah, but when you talk, you're. Nah, I mean it's good. When you talk, your lips are lined up to your mouth. Does that make sense?
Maybe Michael wants to see me do my kung fu, so
Yeah.
Tonight, if it does not rain, I shall activate.
That is funny. Let's see. Fox Sniffing Zebra is going out for his late shift tonight.
Fox Sniffing Zebra. Don't forget with your upgrade, you now get your own channel in Discord. So message myself or Dan and find out and tell us what you want your channel to be called. And you don't have to rush on it, but you can do it whenever you want to at your time convenience.
If I don't hear from you by this time next week, I'll make a channel name for you. you might not like it, but PP man, going on, buddy? Good to get you this morning.
I'm still kind of confused what he's saying me too about.
I don't know.
Eddie says the flirting zebra room.
It's going to be something like that.
No.
You know what it sounds like? I'm kind of. It sounds like I'm listening to myself on an SDR as I'm transmitting. You ever get that? Weird.
I don't know.
Spatial effect or
And
whatever.
it just started. They said.
Yeah, it's weird.
I mean, I can try to move the laptop away some from the computer or from the camera. Talk now and see what you got.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, I still hear it. That's so weird, dude. Why would just magically start like that? I'm telling you, there's gremlins.
It's Clarice. Terry needs to take her back to North Carolina.
She in the camper with you?
Terry says you're hearing yourself on Long Path.
Yeah, there you go.
But no, it's Clarice. Like she's haunting everything because Terry has her locked in the basement, and he keeps giving her all this lotion, and she don't know what to do. She's like, lotion and porcelain don't work together well.
Is she in the camper with you?
Sandy's no, she's not. Terry kidnapped her.
Oh. Terry said, "Come here, let me give you a ride in my Volkswagen."
Yeah, I will tell you one thing that'll be good. So come Tuesday, Mom and them will no longer be here. They'll be moving their camper to a park that's rarely activated in West Virginia.
Oh.
I mean, a lot of you guys are gonna like really freak out when I activate there. I mean, it's like super rare park to be activated.
I bet I know.
It might give a lot of people worked out West Virginia even. It's what's the number? US 1810, I think it is.
Yes, I've been needing that park for like 2 years.
Yeah, so it's really a rare West Virginia park. No, I'm pretty sure it hasn't even been activated 400 times yet.
1810 is an ATNO, an ATNO, an all-time another one.
I bet you don't hear yourself echoing now, do you?
Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I do a little bit, but not as much.
You still do.
Yeah.
I figured with the air conditioner coming on, it would drown any.
See, I don't hear the air conditioner.
That's what's crazy, because does anybody in the chat hear the air conditioner? Dan says he don't hear it. And it is so super loud. Like I can barely hear Dan when it's on.
Somebody told Eddie thanks for the new park at 7882. He's blowing that park up.
Everybody that works me at 1810 say it's thanks for the new park for some reason.
Yeah, see, no AC, no. I don't hear the AC either. I hear myself.
I mean, I could understand somebody saying thanks for the new Eagle.
I'm going to get you good next time. Instead of thanks for the new park, I'm going to be like, thanks for the new state.
Larry says he needs 99 in 1810.
He's got 99 problems and
Larry?
Akiso's one.
Larry, how active you want to be this week?
You can get him in 5 days, dude.
Oh, wait a minute, Larry, don't do CW though. It'd be rough for me to get 99 in a week.
See, Toby needs that part too. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Toby still needs that one.
I'm going to be a /AG. Don't tell Eddie. I thought it was our secret that I only have my tech license. You weren't supposed to tell everybody though. I don't know how many I have at 1810. A lot.
So I got a question for Yazoo 500 users. Have any of you all ever went to my location and it just say all zeros? I mean, it beacons out APRS fine. It receives APRS fine. But then when I go to my location, it just says 0000000.
Oh, let's see.
That's a question for 500 users because me and Michael tried to figure it out for probably an hour the other day trying to figure it out. And I'm hoping somebody else has had this issue.
Does it have a built-in GPS?
Do what?
Does it have built-in GPS for positioning?
Yes, it has built-in GPS.
And it is turned on.
That's how it's APRSing.
Okay. Huh.
And to my knowledge, you don't even have to turn it on; it's automatically turned on in the radio.
When you send out positions on APRS, are those positions accurate?
Is what now?
Are those positions where you actually are? Like, are they accurate?
Well, there's not a lot of digipeaters in my area, but it did do one Friday evening when I was down around Charleston, and it was accurate.
Okay.
But it's still showing me in Charleston, and I ain't been to Charleston in a while. So it's still showing at me at Habashi.
Mike says most of the Yazoo rigs have an additional setting besides enabling GPS. You also have to tell it to get position from GPS.
I did tell it to do positioning from the GPS. Okay. Yes, I did do that. And here's the thing: you can go in under display and go to about your GPS, and it shows that it's connected to all the satellites and everything, and it even has a little satellite beaconing over it on the screen. It's just when I go to look at my position, it just says all zeros.
Do you think you'd have the same problem with an icon?
I probably would have a different problem. It probably wouldn't turn on because I would have probably done ran over it with the truck.
Yeah. Michael says he thinks the my position is only for inputting position manually. I would think it would still show whatever position it got from the satellite.
Yeah, but if Michael, if you turn yours on, it's going to show your position because you did it the other day. I did think maybe I have to initially manually put in my position, maybe, and then it would just take it from there. But it's operating everything right that works with the GPS. Is what's weird.
Yeah. Okay, Michael said he did put it in manually first. So put it in manually, and then see if it changes when you move somewhere.
That's what I'll do. And I'm gonna have a video coming out of the way I've got the way that my mobile is. I'm finishing the mobile setup, and I'm gonna have a video coming out. But right now, I'm really enjoying the mobile setup. So,
And you got the 500?
I do have the 500.
Just looking at it.
Thanks to
500
somebody.
X2.
Thanks to somebody. Thank you very much, somebody.
A nice little radio. Oh, the 500 DR, right?
Which I kind of think I figured out who it is, but
That's good.
I can't blame them because I'm not 100%.
You can ask. See if they can verify by telling you what they got.
Oh, well, the person claims it wasn't them.
Somebody wants to remain incognito.
That's exactly what it is. I have finally arrived. So somebody's wife hates the Poda King, and anytime they do anything, anytime they watch videos or anything with HRAG, they have to bring up their incognito tag.
That's great.
I have made it. I have made the incognitos.
Oh my goodness. It's like, hold on, I need to open up a new private browser tab. hamradioadventureguide.com. I can't let this be in my history.
So, Larry, I do have a question for you, since this is Shenanigans and we don't have topics anyway. If that is not one that you needed, is there any more in the area of that park that you needed before this camping trip is over?
Tell them Lost River.
Lost River is nowhere near that. Terry needs two. He needs Lost River, and he needs I know it is not the other one, but I can't think of the name of it. I know you needed 3 in this area, Larry, and I got 2 of them the other week for you. There was one more, and I could have swore it was this one.
I think if you do,
I do not have a DX engineering code. I'm sorry, Terry. I have a Gigaparts code.
If you do moon bounce, Earth, Moon, Earth, you ought to be able to log a contact with yourself. Just saying.
Well, people from Spain do it. Why not?
Yeah. Larry said he sent you a list this morning.
You sent me a list this morning.
Larry said he did.
Oh, okay. I'll have to look at that list. And Mike, you need 9. I bet you your 9 is in the Norse, but you're welcome to send me your list or put it in the West Virginia Poda Room needs. To let the other activators see it as well. But
yeah,
if you need anything in the southern West Virginia, it doesn't matter, southeast, southwest, I can pretty much do them fairly easy.
I can log a contact with myself because of the stream. That's great. I heard you can be on the phone with somebody and do a third-party second activator too.
Yes, I've heard it was tried.
Yeah.
I did hear it was tried. Let's see. We got the messages.
November 1, RIP says his 500 does the same thing. So he's not sure.
Well, if I figure it out, I will let you know.
PB, I need the park you did and they took away.
Well, I mean, I can go give it to you. I mean, it won't show up in your POTA stats, but I can go make a contact with you at that park. It's not really that far. I don't know if
Michael
people
said
would
it's
like
page.
me being there because it's no longer owned by the government, but
Okay, so page 50 of the manual. Because, you know, we read the manual, right? It's shenanigans. Yeah.
We're
in the
gonna
manual,
see.
it says it's
This is exactly why I have Discord.
That's
I
right.
don't read any manuals, okay? When I need to learn how to do something, I go into Discord and I say, hey, I need help. Matter of fact, since we're going to mention this, it's been a year since I've done FT8. The last time I did FT8 was the last year for the Lewis and Clark special event. And although I'm making contacts right now, I'm not making contacts all the way I want to, and I know exactly the issues. So Discord, be ready. maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow night. We could have a good FT8 contact, and anybody's welcome to help me besides PP Man, because there's no way I'm letting PP Man help me with FT8.
Well, there you go. So manual input only for the my location. Per the manual. We don't need no stinking manuals.
And the funny thing is, here's the funny thing. So you do get a manual with this stuff, but all these companies, they've got manuals, and then you go online and they've got extra manuals for other things. And I happen to know that radio has just an APRS manual.
Yeah, that's what we looked at. Yeah.
I've got it.
Page 50 of the APRS manual. Did you get a map with your 500 by chance?
Did not.
Okay.
And if you would have watched my video, you'd know why, because that is a mobile radio.
Right. I just thought
if I would have got a map with that, I would have lost my mind.
Yeah, I was just about to say, if you would have, it'd have been pretty funny. No, it's not only HF rigs. No. Only base station qualified HF rigs.
It's only base station qualified. And 891 is qualified as a mobile radio.
Yeah. I didn't get one with my 891 either. Oh, ta-ta. Kind of mad about
because
that.
It's qualified as a mobile radio.
Yeah,
you guys, great video was put out by the great YouTuber Ham Radio Adventure Guy about this. You know. Oh, you know, I have been so busy with family and stuff. I haven't looked at the statistics. Did anybody check out episode 1, the introduction of POTA from beginner to expert?
I watched the premiere.
There we go. You watched the premiere. You did better than I did, even.
I know. I think I was the one that commented.
I hate when I do that. I will be in mid-activation, and I'll look at the time, and I'll be like, crap, I got a video premiere.
Toby wants to know what antenna you're using with your 500.
I am using a freebie given to me by Kilo 4 Lima India. The same he gave me an antenna when I went to Murphy to connect to my Yaesu handheld to where I could get out better and hear them, you know, when we were traveling. And he left it on my car when I left, and it's still on my car, and it's running the 500. And a little secret, I can tell you that the 500 is already mounted only the head in the car.
Nice.
That's all you can hear about that install video. And I like it like that.
El Professional install.
Terry, that text from Matt came late. I get that a lot. I always like when I send people a message to spot me, and then like 30 minutes later, they get it, and then they send me another message like, "Well, I didn't work you there, but do you still want me to spot you?" Anyway, it is coming up on the top of the hour, and I know Frank or Charlie has a stream, and I'm ready for some Philly cheesesteaks
Oh,
because
that sounds good.
I haven't had one of these particular Philly cheesesteaks since I was in Florida last. My mom's boyfriend makes them, and they're very, very good. So I'm excited.
Can
But
you
anyway,
can you keep one warm for about 11 hours? I'll be there.
I can keep you one warm for 11 hours.
Got you. Are you gonna have banana pudding with it?
That. Anyway, what you got coming up, Dan?
Oh, not a whole lot, man. Busy coming up a week, and hopefully everybody has a great week next week. And hopefully the bands will stay getting good, and the solar flares will stay away. So hopefully everybody has a great week.
Roger. For myself, I'm not even go through what it is every day, but there's a video dropped Monday through Friday by me now on one of the platforms. If you need to know the schedule, just ask me. But there's something Monday through Friday. I do a lot of videos now, and I do a lot of activations. So I'll be doing videos and activations every day this week. And I will you can also be on the lookout for Whiskey 8 Lima Oscar Golf. And here's the thing. Sometimes, even though it's called CQ Lewis and Clark Special Events, sometimes you might just want to hunt it because you might get an extra park in. As a matter of fact, this morning I activated a park, and then after I got done, I respotted as Whiskey 8 Lima Oscar Golf on FT8 in the same park. So anyway, thanks everybody for the donations tonight. We appreciate you very much. And we will catch you on the air this week. 73, everybody.
73, guys.